Hello again. Thank you very much for joining me here on Movie Ninja. If this is your first time, please feel free to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I'd appreciate it. But aside from that, watch Kid Cosmic. Why watch Kid Cosmic? I didn't expect to come across this and like it as much as I did. Yes, in case you can't tell by the glasses, I am a nerd. And I was that kid who tied a towel around the neck and ran around the house, driving his parents crazy, pretending to be Batman, pretending to be a number of superheroes when I was growing up. I think a lot of us have that fantasy, and it's very rare. It's very, like, I know that there's a dime a dozen sort of like stories. Oh, kid gets superpowers, but dime a dozen stories usually don't like leave a lasting impression. I saw this on Netflix, and the first episode just made me smile. It just, like, the art style, the energy, made by Craig McCracken. Who's Craig McCracken, you might ask? Oh, I don't know. Have you ever heard of something called Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Have you ever heard of something called Dexter's Laboratory? Dexter's Lab. But it's a nerd thing. It's a fan nerd thing. It goes, Laboratory, DD. Anyways, fine. Like, I don't know, like, Craig McCracken made some of the best shows that I used to watch when I was a kid. And still working, still doing what he does, like creating magic, in all honesty. And I'm sorry that if I'm like gushing and kind of like hyping this up type thing, but I don't know, maybe it's just this week, and maybe I came across something that legitimately made me like smile, and it's like, you know what, I gotta tell people about this. You know, this is like, there's some like magic stones, not the Infinity Stones. They're not Marvel. We're not Marvel. We're not copying. Anyways, like, the kid finds these outer space rocks. The outer space rocks have powers, and if you wear these outer space rocks, you have powers. Simple premise. Hey, why reinvent the wheel if it doesn't need it, right? This kid teams up with a few of his, like, and they are in somewhere in the very arid Southwest. So I'm thinking like Arizona, New Mexico. The setting kind of has that vibe to it. And bunch of locals get powers, fight aliens. Once again, simple enough premise, but you can mess up a simple premise. I'm not saying that that's what happened here. Otherwise I wouldn't be here, wouldn't be talking about it. This is a great show. This is a great show, and it has this drive behind this idea, like this little kid wanting to be a superhero. And he teams up with local fry cook, waitress, his grandpa, who he calls Papa G. Papa G is like, really, that sounds like a really awesome like indie band that you could probably like see somewhere in like in the sticks or something. And Rosita, like little, like a 4-year-old that has the with the magic space stone, has the ability to become giant, and just this. There are very few things that are as unstoppable as a toddler with too much energy. Let me just say that, okay? But channel that energy for good. Yeah, like very entertaining premise. Eclectic cast. It's a little kid trying to be a superhero out of the most unlikely of circumstances, and it's surprisingly. I love the design. I love the writing in it is actually very witty. It remains kid friendly, and yet there are times where you can feel like a little bit, not a whole lot, a little bit Rick and Morty, just a little bit, because it's still open wide to general audiences. I would say it's a very kid friendly, family friendly series. This is the type of stuff You know, because I know that people, like, sometimes you watch your videos like, man, this guy is like high standard. He don't like anything. No, it's like, and with family entertainment, doesn't have to be condescending. Doesn't have to talk down to its audience. And this doesn't, you know? It fully embraces the perspectives, the point of views of its various characters, and has its premise and runs with it, and is able to do a lot with it. It's clearly the Craig McCracken and the writers on this series. If I had to make some kind of comparison, I would put this somewhere with like Dexter's Lab meets, I said, Rick and Morty. It's a little bit like Gravity Falls. Dexter's Lab meets Gravity Falls. I could definitely see that. Like you know, some people are like, well, isn't that one and the same? Dexter's Lab is sci-fi. Yeah, but it was a very specific kind of sci-fi. Dexter doesn't like his sister messing around in his laboratory, and there we go. Mandark is a problem every now and then. Experiments go out of control. Whereas like Gravity Falls, you are dealing with a very close-knit, small community that deals with extraordinary situations. So, okay, like this is definitely like I don't know if I'm gonna be doing series reactions regularly, but this one I watched it. It's 10 episodes long. It's very easy to digest, and people, no spoilers. So don't worry. There's a psychic cat in this as one of the main characters. Aside from like all of my gushing, I don't want to gush too much because I don't want people to say, "Oh, it's hyped it up like way too much," and if it doesn't meet those expectations, well, people will be upset. So it's just one of those things where like you see a little kid has the opportunity to be a superhero, and then the series just does a great job with that idea. So anyway, so Kid Cosmic on Netflix. If you have Netflix, please consider like watching it. Show the Netflix suits that this type of creativity deserves to be rewarded with a second season, because it just premiered. I think yesterday, and yeah, no, I hope it only continues to have like a positive response, returning to form, because I do like here at Movie Ninja we like to enhance your viewing experience. So if you like fun, but also kind of like casual, kind of laid back, you know, like animated shows. Also available on Netflix is this wonderful fantasy show called Hilda. Whereas like, you know, Kid Cosmic is about a little boy and his friends, you know, being superheroes and whatnot. It's a very sci-fi setting. I think it would be very complemented by Hilda, which is about a young girl in Northern Europe, England, fantasy setting. It's a fantasy setting, but it's about her and her friends discovering all the things that are just wonderful about the big wide world out there and all the magic that there is to discover. So I would definitely recommend that as a compliment. So two recommendations. Kid Cosmic, I saw this and I was like, wow. Yes, I'm gonna tell the internet about this. Like the internet refers to me for anything, but whatever, fine. And Hilda, I think that would be very complimentary, like shows. Also very family friendly, but they also take their, you know, characters seriously. They don't talk down to them or pretend like kids are dumb. Kids are not dumb, and they don't deserve to be treated like they're dumb in their media or entertainment. Anyways, that's all I got for now. Thank you very much for joining me here on Movie Ninja. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. And I hope you have a great rest of the day.